Welcome to this post-race press conference from this astonishing penultimate race of the 2017 MCE Insurance British Superbike Championship. Congratulations to James Ellison, to Christian Eden, and of course to Shane Shaky Byrne. We'll hear from all three. Start with McCann's Yamaha's James Ellison. And James, from what we were looking at, seemed pretty comfortable, and you seemed pretty confident and pleased with the bike and how it's all run.
Yeah, I was a lot more comfortable in race 2 today than I was in race 1 yesterday. Race 1 started off all right before the red flag, and then for whatever reason, when we did the restart, I mean, the bike's only plugged in and into the data and then taken back onto the grid again. So same tyres and everything. But for the restart, the race after the red flag, I just seemed to be really struggling with the bike turning in. It was just seemed like the engine braking was a lot higher than normal backing in. So through Hawthorns, through all the faster stuff, I was having to carry the brake right through to the apex rather than letting it off and run through. And that's the Yamaha's strongest point. So I kind of struggled a lot yesterday. Anyway, we looked at that. PJ sorted that out. My crew chief have obviously sorted the bike out, made a few changes to suspension, stopped it bucking and weaving as much. But to be honest, the bike was fantastic and it was capable of winning that race. But physically, the last sort of third of the race, I'm still really struggling with my wrist, and especially into left hand as I kept missing apexes. I can't sort of hold my support up. If I'm braking in a straight line, I'm fine, but as soon as you start to go into the corners and the wrist bends, I'm still really struggling with that fracture from Silverstone that's not really healed yet. So without bitching and moaning too much, it just affected me a little bit towards the end. So as much as I did want to chase these guys down, I could sort of just about hang with them. But as you can see, I've got a sweat on and in quite a bit of pain, and it was all worth it, to be honest with you. But like I said, I just didn't have enough to match them, and bike's capable of doing it. So pop some more painkillers and hopefully try a bit harder for race 2 or 3, whatever you call it.
Well, it can't be that bad, because if my information's right, I think you're starting on pole.
We do start from pole, yeah. Like I said, for one lap, like I said, the bike's fantastic. I can't complain at all. We're not going to touch anything. It's in that little window where the Yamaha's really works, and it turns into not just a good bike, but a phenomenal bike. And like I say, I just didn't do it justice the last third of the race. So hopefully we can dig a little bit deeper for race 3 and see if we can push these guys to the end of it. But yeah, fair play to the boys. It was a hot pace, so hopefully they'll back it off a little bit for race 3 and give us a chance.
I don't think that's going to happen, mate.
It's not going to happen, is it? 2 points between the championship. It ain't going to slow down, is it?
Unbelievable stuff. Congratulations, James. Great to see you back on the podium again this year. Turning to Tyco BMW's Christian Eden. And Christian, you said yesterday that you found setting with the bike that you haven't had all year, and clearly it's paid off. But I'm interested to know, did you stay behind Shaky or just couldn't get the pace?
Yeah, he gave me a considerably large envelope before the race. So, as I said the other day, the best thing for me to do is just to race my own race. So I couldn't care less about anyone else's championship. I'm just out there to do the best that we can do for Tyco BMW. And to be honest with you, we're reaping the rewards of a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. And finally, we've sort of stumbled upon something that really is making the bike nice to ride. It is like really pleasant to ride the bike. Yesterday we were particularly weak in 3 corners. I think we've narrowed it down to 1. But I'm proper rubbish in that 1 corner onto the back straight. Really bad there. So if we can sort that out, then we're all good. I also suffered from a bit of chatter from about mid-race onwards, and I sort of had the same issue yesterday, so I need to work out what that is. We'll have a look through and see why it is that later on in the race, because in the past we've had it where more grip is causing the chatter, and now it seems that less grip from the rear tyre is causing chatter. So we'll try and work that one out. And yeah, for once I actually got a pretty poor start, and it took me too long to get into the race, and it took me a long time to find a rhythm. And once I did, I just tried to sort of peg my way forwards, you know, softly. Got past Josh because I didn't feel like he had enough pace to stick with Shaky. And yeah, managed to get onto the back of Shaky, but he was just too strong in a few places, and he rode a blinder. It's very impressive to see when you sit behind someone who can maintain a pace like that, and you can see why he's won so many championships. So yeah, I tried to build up. I was real fast around the back section of the course, and the last lap I thought, right, just real build. Let's have a proper, let's lunge him. And luckily for Shaky, I lost the rear going around turn 7, and he got enough of a gap. So we'll see.
Well done, Christian. Great to see you up here again.
Cheers.
Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in race 3. Shaky, in your wildest dreams leading up to this week, did you think you'd go into race 3 with just a 2-point deficit?
Honestly, no. I came in with a totally different approach, as I said to you before. You know, I figured 33 points was, you know, against Leon Haslam was going to be really difficult to overhaul. I came here simply to enjoy the last weekend of the year with the boys. You know, it's my home track, it's 35 minutes from home, and I just wanted to enjoy riding my motorbike. You know, I've worked so hard this year in the background, you know, away from the track, and and whatever else, because of the way things have been going at the circuits, that it's been really, really, really difficult to, you know, put in 110%, come back and have a crap result. Put in 110%, come back and have another crap result. Put in, you know, it's just been building and building and building. So, you know, after Assen, I just said, you know what, just go to Brands and enjoy yourself, have some fun, enjoy riding your motorbike again, because I dreamt of my job ever since I was a 5-year-old kid. I've never wanted to do anything else, and here I am being paid to do it. So I figured I'd come here, try and win 3 races. If it was enough for a championship, then great. If it wasn't, at least I would have won 3 races, and you know, I'd end the season kind of happy, if you know what I mean. But so far, it's been, you know, a really, really good weekend. You know, we've won the first 2 races. We had a circuit record with pole position. You know, we've been on the front. You know, we've done a good job. But never did I think that it'd be down to 2 points now. Short of Leon obviously tipping off, or you know, having a mechanical problem, I thought that, you know, it was just going to be too much to overhaul. But it's all to play for now in race 3, and that envelope will be a lot bigger for the last race, by the way. And I'm definitely nicking that crash helmet after yesterday. Yeah, it's all to play for, and I'll do my very, very best to bring it home this afternoon.
Presumably it's going to bring some more pressure, because, you know, there is that realistic, very realistic chance now of a 6th title, which I know means a huge amount to you. How are you going to be able to keep that in check? Because you've done that so well so far this weekend. Well,
you know, ultimately I've still got to win, haven't I? Well, I haven't got to win. That's a lie. But I've got to beat Leon. You know, I think I'm not 100% sure where he starts on the grid.
4th row of the grid, middle.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. I think I start on the front row.
Middle, front row, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my starts aren't great, I know that, but I got a good one in the first race today. So if I can get another good start, you know, Christian's got great pace, James will have good pace, Josh will have good pace. You know, I just kind of try and stay with them guys and keep an eye on my board and see what's going on. But at the same time, you know, we need to make a few little modifications to my bike, because I had some issues with about 3 or 4 laps to go there, and I really started to panic because the blipper system to backshift the bike, I'd go into a corner and backshift the one gear that I needed to do, and the blipper would do like 4 gear changes on the way into the corner, so it kept going boom, 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 and like pushing me into corners. So I started having to brake a little bit earlier to make sure that the blips didn't kind of push me in too hot, and I was starting to panic, and a couple of missed shifts and whatever else, and I thought, oh no, not now, not after all of this, do you know what I mean? But fortunately we brought it home. I think there's a little bit of work we can do with the bike. You know, the track temperature seemed a bit warmer, it felt a little bit slipperier today, so we're going to try and see if we can find a bit more grip without compromising our longevity, and hopefully I'll see you back here later on this afternoon.